2, 1, go. Alright. This is Tomb Raider 2013. This is the reboot of the Tomb Raider series that first released in 2013. Don't know where I was leading myself into there. Alright, I will say this. The first 10 minutes of this game is like really boring. And I've just been informed. Steam note. It's on. Okay. Anyway, so this game starts off by any other game with like 4 or 5 cutscenes in a row. Who doesn't love those? Always going to be some issue, isn't there? Anyway, so first things first is what we're gonna do is be stuck upside down. So we're gonna start swinging. We're gonna start swinging, and we gotta deal with stupidity in itself. Because this first puzzle is actually really badly programmed. So, I'm gonna be swinging into this rope, and no matter how hard I try, I can hit it, and this still won't set on fire. There we go. Not bad. So, now, you know, after getting set on fire, because this game likes to see Laura suffer, you know, she's gonna impale herself. So, one thing we are gonna do is, after this QT, we are gonna immediately reload a checkpoint. This skips a longer cutscene, and instead allows us to immediately go right into... Normally, if this was like a regular run, I would be attempting to do a trick called intro out of bounds, which is an extremely difficult trick that allows me to skip the very beginning. But instead, since marathon strats, we're gonna just do the intro. So one thing you're gonna see me doing a lot whenever I can is rolling is the fastest form of movement in the game when I'm going horizontally. There are going to be occasions where rolling is actually not optimal compared to other forms of movement. Sometimes when I'm going up like a vertical slope, slow incline, I'm going to be jumping. Jumping actually allows me to gain momentum. One thing you're going to see me doing is going up against this like explosive barrel. I'm actually rolling. If I were to not roll, or would actually get knocked back or staggered or even die. But rolling allows me to soften that. Now we have a QTE.
That was close. Oh shit, that was close.
So now we just have some more yada yada yada, you know.
Just keep moving.
Gibberish. All that. So like I said though, first 10 minutes pretty boring. We don't really start using any glitches until right when we get the bow. Right when we get the bow, we're immediately skipping stuff and we're immediately saving time. Fortunately, in my run, my early game is actually not that optimized. I don't use a lot of strats that save time just because of the increasing level of difficulty. This game is actually really hard and the tricks are really finicky. One thing I forgot to mention is probably like, this game looks like garbage. Like, well, you're right. Because in order to do a lot of the tricks, I need to achieve really high FPS. I'm talking 130 to 160 FPS. So, unfortunately, we're gonna lose the graphical fidelity, but, you know, it's for speed, I guess. Okay, so, we gotta wait on this garbage to fill into this trap. No? One thing I actually did is the reason I lit the garbage there is it saves time, as it takes longer to light it in the cage than on the ground. But unfortunately, lighting it in the trap is actually RNG compared to the regular. So now we just have a pretty standard escape sequence, you know, yada yada yada. Once again, rolling to save time. And then, this is one of the only occasions where rolling up a vertical surface actually, or rolling up a vertical incline actually saves time. I'm actually going to be jumping, and whoa. Game likes to freak out there sometimes when I roll. So now we just continue rolling. I actually didn't do my optimization there, which is really bad. Anyways, now we have some more QTs. So how's everyone in chat doing today? Enjoying the marathon? Because we still have a little bit of downtime we gotta deal with. And this cutscene is unskippable. Yeah, if you notice, the intro of this game is very much filled with unskippable cutscenes, so that makes resets great. I hate this game. That's good. I hope you guys are all enjoying the marathon. Remember, if you even want to, you can donate to help support the kids. My mom said take out the tree. Alright, so one thing is that, you know, Laura's bleeding internally, so she can't roll for whatever reason. So jumping actually saves time there, and then we're right back into rolling. Cutscenes. Okay. I know that feeling. So I hope you enjoy holding W, because we're gonna do a lot of that. Oh no, she might have fallen. Oh no. Definitely haven't seen this 800 times. And now one thing we are going to do here is we're going to do another checkpoint reload, because if you see in the bottom right corner, that Tomb Raider symbol indicates that the game has set a checkpoint where I am standing, which allows me to progress further by resetting a checkpoint. So once again, we're going to continue rolling, and like I said, very, very straightforward.
Okay. I can do this.
Crawling on the log is clearly not the correct choice there.
Come on.
Alright, now we just keep on rolling.
Sam's pack.
Rolling isn't straightforward, it's some more bendy action. Great. Thanks, chat. I really appreciate your level of thinking. Anyway, so one thing we're going to do here is we're going to do another checkpoint reload, immediately hitting the bottom. This allows us to get back up quicker. And then we're going to just hop over here on our way to 3 cutscenes in a row, because skipping cutscenes, it's just bad posture. Great, now we're going to have to argue about what's good manners and stuff.
Here's the soon-to-be world. I can't just...
Okay, so Now we got our next big hurdle in the run, which is we gotta get fast cycle, because as you can see, the bow is swinging on that body. And if we time it correctly, we should be able to finish walking on the log by the bow while it's swinging. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump up on this rock. That allows us to grab this ledge right here. And did I make it? Did I make it? Did I make it?
I can do this.
And just barely missed it. There's a little bit of timing between where Laura can grab it. And now we gotta shoot a deer. Let's hope I don't miss. Okay, and this is one. Wow! Alright, right in the head. Okay.
But it won't mean a thing if you can't focus. The key to using any weapon.
So now that we have the bow, we can do what's called door clipping, which is we're gonna be abusing the ability to go backward in this game, because apparently going backwards is super broken. We're gonna come up into this corner, hold back, and right click.
You can learn to read the land and the stars.
That's one.
You'll always be able to find your way home.
Really? Now? Now you choose now to not work? Okay. Second. Alright, so we're gonna take the time loss because this game gets super finicky sometimes, and sometimes my inputs don't exactly go in the right spot. Let's just say that. But don't worry, we're only gonna lose 30 to 45 seconds. It's not awful, but it's not great.
This is Conrad Roth, captain of the Endurance.
So one thing that this would have done is flipping through that door would have skipped going back to this, and also I had to waste a skill point. Don't worry, it's fine.
Hello?
So now we're just gonna continue on to here. So we're gonna save time by hopping down a very deep pit. But, you know, the usual. And now we have some little optimizations we can do. So now we come over here, light this.
This is insane. Oh no.
So now we roll around this. And hey, chat, you're never gonna believe what's coming up. It's another auto-scroller. Now, keep in mind that there are a bunch of different strats and stuff to skip all this, but they're also extremely difficult, extremely finicky, but they're gonna be using techniques that we're gonna be seeing later in the run. So, I'll be able to kind of explain it when we get to that portion. Her wound might have gotten infected. So, once again, jumping to save time.
They'll need to follow the path. It's a bit of a climb.
Did you get that?
And is the tomb rating. Yeah, that is one thing about this game, is that there aren't a lot of tombs. So, yeah, by the way, one thing... Chat, let's take time to wonder. If we have to worry about ammo this entire game, then why am I shooting about 25 arrows? And now we reset, and we reset another checkpoint. Now this isn't to save time because it's like maybe 5 seconds. This instead is to prevent a soft lock coming up. There's going to be a point in the game where the game's going to be like, wait a minute, you shouldn't be here at this moment, and then just completely bug out and crash. I don't know what causes it. But this game, like, has this level of thinking where it's like, this doesn't make sense, and then just, you know, throws its back out, I guess, and can't take it anymore. So, now what we gotta do here is we gotta collect 50 scrap.
Who are they worshipping?
And what I need to do is, no matter which way I go, there are gonna be these wolves here. These wolves are extremely annoying as a, if I get caught by one, it's like a 30-second QT, and we've already seen enough QTs, so why do we need more?
These are fascinating.
So, since we already gathered 50 scrap, we can just hop over here and upgrade the axe. Now, one thing is that, according to the game's logic, you know, technically, the way past this gate is already loaded. We don't need to open it. We're just gonna hop over here in this corner and just kind of butts around up on this of me. 10 out of 10. And then we're gonna hop on this roof and go through this wall. Now you might be thinking, well, you know, you gotta walk here. What time does it save? This is time save compared to opening a gate, and then you got a cutscene, and then Cora and Whitman walk together, and they walk slowly compared to that.
Incredible. Oh, it is Himiko.
So now we have an obligatory solid snake segment because a survivor is born, yes.
Yeah, I'm on it.
And for those wondering in chat about the face cam, or no face cam, I didn't even know that face cam was a thing, so, you know, you all, and I went too early. That's on me, guys. Don't read chat. Never read chat.
This group's got some fight. Gonna have to kill most of them. Too bad.
Speaking Russian. Yeah, the other thing is, you might be I keep the subtitles on just for kicks. Like, the subtitles in this game are awful. Like, if you speak any other language besides English, and I think there are other languages, but if you speak any other language than English for the English subtitles, you're gonna get, like, extremely mad at this game's interpretation of trying to see. New one escaped. One escapes. Okay, so F. Press F, Chad. Press F. Pressing F is normally the way to defend yourself from an attacker. Yeah, they didn't translate the Russian. Okay, so now we're in another stream segment. Just gonna be, we're gonna roll around, guys. You know, the usual. There we go. I like you, chat. So now we gotta shoot some guys, and one, and that's 3, even though there's only 2 guys. Wasted. This cutscene's unskippable, by the way. Yeah, I'm probably giving you guys all, like, second thoughts about it. It's like, oh, you probably thought that this was a pretty decent game, and then you saw it speedrun, and then... Actually, that might not have been. By the way, watch the 0 arrows, 1 arrow. I had no arrows up to that point, and the game just magically gives me another. Now we're just gonna hop over here, pull out my gun, by the way, somehow. And then we gotta wait for this guy to hit the ground before we climb this rope.
Lara, are you there?
Yes.
I can see smoke coming from the old ruins. Are you okay?
Okay.
Ross, I'm in trouble. They're killing people.
Who?
Men.
Breathe, just
I
breathe.
don't know why. I had to kill some of them. I had no choice.
That can't have been easy.
Thanks, gangster with a waifu. Wow.
You've got to warn the others.
Don't worry about it right now. You just do whatever it takes to get.
I'm an idiot. Saying that on stream. Now everyone's gonna like point fingers and be like, ha, nerd. So now what we gotta do is, there's like this burning house segment. I don't know, it's really annoying. Haven't played it in a while because we always skip it. The thing is that there's a different strat to do it, but that one's hard. So instead what I'm just gonna do, I'm gonna fly up here. I'm pretty sure this is, Matt, this is Crystal Dynamics / Square Enix. Pretty sure Square Enix had like some part of making this game.
I can do
Yeah, my game always freaks out at this point. Crashes here. Luckily, we get a checkpoint. Luckily, we get a checkpoint right at the end, but my game always freaks out and just crashes, so don't worry. Yeah, Square Enix published this game. Now I suddenly have no FPS. Oh boy. Let me do something real quick. Let me do that. Yeah, so for some reason I suddenly have no FPS, which is either a very bad sign or a very bad omen. I don't know what to... Yeah, so I suddenly have like 12 FPS. Yeah, let me do this.
Pack's up there somewhere.
Yeah, so as soon as I get this checkpoint up here, I might need a reset again, because my game decided that it wanted no part in functioning. But first thing I can do is show off a little optimization here. Instead, the game wants us to go up to this wolf cave, but we don't exactly have to go the way intended. What we're actually going to do is we're going to hop over here, and then grab this roof. This roof really shouldn't be able to be grabbed, and then we could just come over here. We actually come up. We can actually come up to the wolf cave the way we came. Now I'm gonna grab this checkpoint, and since my game decided to be an absolute garbage, I'm gonna reset once again. This is infinitely better. I return to the level of non-eye cancer. So now what we're gonna do is called Wolf Cave Skip. It's pretty self-explanatory. We skip the Wolf Cave. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fly up here. We're gonna skywalk up here, skywalk around here, skywalk up this rock. And now we're on it. Never mind. Let's try that again. For those who blinked and missed it, the game thought that we should do it again. Mm-hmm. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop over here and we're gonna climb up this roof. Now you might be thinking, well, what's important about this? Well, what we're gonna do is we're going to fly up this rock, and camera angle very finicky here. And since I fell, but I did grab the checkpoint, which technically means that fine.
Are you there?
So what we're gonna do here, so that's Wolf Cave Skip. What I did is I did a skywalk that allows me to hit the trigger for the bunk. That's the important part. This skip's getting not only Roth's medicine, by the way, Roth dies later, but he doesn't die now, but canon-wise, in a speed run, he dies, because we don't get his medicine. So now, because we didn't have enough stealth earlier, and my dying earlier didn't make any sense, we have another stealth section. By stealth, I mean I'm gonna roll for my life and hope I don't get shot to death.
Not an electrical problem.
So now we are just going to roll our way over the radio tower. To be fair, Roth dies like 3 times on this run. Nice, thanks. Thanks for the dodge. I don't even remember the original story. I just know that, like, we even skip Roth dying. Why do I care?
World War II era. The Japanese.
Now we got this book. It's pretty, like, I would be like, oh, you know, this is a pretty decent level, but we're here for like a minute and a half, so.
You okay? Fine, just do the job. How many came in from the new rack? A couple dozen.
Now we're gonna hop over. It's gonna peek around this corner. These guys, they got a chat, but we're gonna interrupt that. That way. And he's run over. Low. No. So now what? I'm gonna attempt one door clip. It could either go one of 2 ways. Nice, got it. Left side. No, okay, so I'm gonna do an older strat. I find this strat more entertaining, but it's sadly just a tad bit slower. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump in this console, and I'm just gonna hop through the wall, because the top of that wall through that door isn't solid. Because, you know, who thought we'd get there, am I right? Anyway, so now we have the submachine gun. It's an important weapon, but it's not that important. Okay, so now I'm gonna do another door clip. This door clip's actually pretty difficult. Yeah, didn't get it. What this does is it skips killing this guy. And now we have another whole W. Excitement. So now we have coming up is we have the radio tower. Radio tower is probably one of the most broken sections of the game. It's contended with Shantytown. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a glitch right from the very beginning that allows us to skip the entire level. Like, you see all of this? Okay. See all of this? We're gonna be done with that. Like, get used to it, chat, because it's so what I am gonna grab, what I'm gonna grab is Dirty Tricks. Dirty Tricks will become important later in the run, but right now it's not important. And now I'm gonna hop over here. I'm gonna do another sky.
Snow. This isn't normal.
I'm gonna do another skywalk over here. This gets me out of bounds and allows me to get on top of the bridge. This is to skip a QTE because QTE, like I'll point it out, right around here, that this skips, and we could hop over here and we can immediately go out of bounds. Now we're just gonna hop into this mountain, and then hop up. And then we could just hop up the mountain. And then we... Okay, take two, because apparently I'm bad at video games. This will show the other method to get out of bounds. It's a slightly different method. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll up here, and to come over here, aim at this, and then slightly get on top. This will allow me to get out of bounds one. And now we're hopping up the mountain round 2. There we go. That's what I meant to get earlier. And now we yelled W for like a minute and a half.
Here goes. So chat, while we hold W, what run is everyone else looking forward to in the marathon? Wait. You really dealing with this right now? Okay. Cables. Yeah, for those wondering, as you can see with my streak of bad luck, is that the day before this run, my good mic broke, so I'm using my really, really bad headset. And then run's been average. And now we have to tune a radio.
emergency broadcast response system. Please identify.
So now we've tuned to radio.
This is Lara Croft of the...
And now we have to commit arson and possibly just straight demolition.
That's one way to get down.
By the way, so one thing coming up is, there are these auto-scroller sliding sections in the game, and those are the infamous ones for being super
This should do the trick.
So when I'm in these sliding sections, if those with a faint of heart who can't stand like really death scenes, might want to avert your eyes. I do this honestly just for the sake of the people, because if I do end up being bad at the video game, which does sometime happen, like as you can see, you're gonna see a really death scene, and I really don't want to be the one who scarred somebody for life. Anyway, so we're just gonna kind of slide, avoiding any sharp implements. Okay. And now we're gonna do another checkpoint reload.
The pilot. I have to get to him.
So now this is just a trick we could do at the end of this is called rope arrow skip, but I don't know it. Oh, look at me, top tier. Anyways, so instead we're gonna do another thing called the dirty trick slide. I'll explain what that is later. What it is basically we're gonna speed up taking a phone call. Stupid as that sounds, we're gonna speed up taking a phone call. So we gotta avoid this guy. I have another skill point. Probably. Yeah, I do have another skill point. One thing about missing Deerdora clip is I actually have to waste a skill point. And now we come over here, shift, and throw. Now you might be thinking, well, what did that do? Look at the ground. You notice Laura isn't putting her feet on the ground or doing anything of the sort.
From here, so you must be close to my position. Just get back here safe.
All right.
So what that did is that we tricked the game into doing both like a slide and take the radio at the same time. I'm a lot better aiming there. And now we get rope arrows. Rope arrows are rope arrows. And note, the only arrow you can actually, it's the only infinite arrow in the game. I can actually hit enemies with this. I tend to wait around here. Damn it. Okay. No. So now we're gonna roll our way over here, and we're gonna do what's called river skip. It's a very simple skip. We're just gonna hop over on this rock, hop on this rock, hop on this rock, and then hop over here. And that allows us to just get skips, having to shoot a rope arrow, lodge it into a pillar, and then climb the rope. But ultimately, that's faster, even if I do it slightly slow. And guys, hey, look! It's Roth! I thought you were bleeding to death because I left you to die. Anyway, so now we gotta head on down, and this is another street. There's not a lot to it. It's just you kind of roll around, shoot a couple rope barrels, hold down W, and you know.
I'm gonna head down and join the others at the plane. Keep checking the
Actually, you don't know. Why am I saying that? And even though we actually skip getting the, oh god, mouse, hello.
What's your situation?
Even though we skipped Roth and we skipped the climax, since we've done a bunch of checkpoint reloading and all that jazz, we got the climax back, so we could hop up here.
Come on,
And
we gotta get back.
Yes.
Let me
We'll
finish.
be heading down the mountain soon to meet up with you.
And one thing you saw me there is what's called pump climbing. We haven't had a lot of climbing sections yet, but when we do, I just jump and continuously lodge my axe into the rock. It actually is faster than like climbing up. Little thing you could do there is if you stand at the right spot, you could actually get the rope arrow we shot at instead, or the rope arrow we shot at instead of the other one, which saves a little bit of time. So, I guess now while we're waiting, I could. What? Hello? Hello. Okay, so I could talk about this game versus Rise of the Tomb Raider. Rise of the Tomb Raider is sequel to Tomb Raider 2015, and it's still just as broken. One of the big things about Rise of the Tomb Raider is that it's actually a lot more skip heavy, like a lot more. One thing I like about this game versus Rise of the Tomb Raider is that this game is, in my opinion, a good balance of both gameplay anyone would recognize, and a bunch of really cool glitches, while Rise of the Tomb Raider is like 95% glitch, 5% boring walking around. So now we're gonna roll on over here, and we're gonna do another dirty trick slide.
Hey, Lara.
So once again, we did a dirty trick slide into a phone call, which allows us to trick the game into thinking that, wait a minute, you're supposed to be able to move, but you're also supposed to be taking a phone call.
I don't like the sound of that.
Hey, don't worry. She's probably just sightseeing.
You're a terrible liar, Alex. You have to be careful in there. Good luck.
And now what we can do here is we can aim, and that actually takes us out of the dirty trick slide. Since rolling is still faster than doing the dirty trick slide.
Period. The Queen. Himiko? Captain Jessup? Oh my god!
So now we have another area filled with dead bodies. Yeah, she pulled that torch out of her head. I don't know where Laura got that, but it's definitely debatable. Now we're gonna do more swinging. Hey, look, it's the intro all over again. So now what we have coming up is we have the monastery skip, which skips the entirety of the monastery. It's extremely difficult, so I'm gonna shut up as soon as I do it, and explain it afterward.
What's happening here?
So now we're just gonna hold down W. It's like very little. And then we just kind of waltz on over here, and there we are. So the first thing we need before we could do monastery escape is we have to get the shotgun. Shotgun's right around the corner over here. Have to sit through this.
I hope this thing still works.
So now we shoot this, turn around, and we're gonna be going completely different route from here. Gonna grab this just for.
They're looking for
So I'm gonna aim over here, melee, hop over here, and completely miss. I probably should have shut up.
Over here. She's near something. I heard something below.
They're looking for me.
Gar? Second try. Second try is not that bad. Be a little bit quiet here. By the way, this is that's Fred. That's Fred. Lives in no man's land over here. I don't know. He's a T-pose that, like, unfortunately forgotten by his other T-pose parents. Anyway, so this is Monastery Skip. It skips like a fight. It skips a fight, some crawling, a slow walking segment. Now what we have to do is we actually have to solve this puzzle here, because this is the one thing we cannot skip, but since we did Monastery Skip, we have to reload as soon as we get another checkpoint. Because since we did Monastery Skip, we're unable to... The game is unable to load the next area for some given reason. I don't know why. So we have to get the game back into track. So we're gonna do this fight real quick. Okay. Hello. Take more than one bullet. Now we get a checkpoint. So now we have to open up both gates. It's something, that's for sure. And then we just open up. By the way, game's about to get very loud, so headphone users, I would suggest turning it down, like right about now. For some reason the game freaks out and makes it like a certain level every time. Okay, so headphone user can... And my game also does this, where Laura doesn't fall, and it gets really weird because the camera glitches out. Go. And now we are out of the monastery, and we are on to Shantytown. Shantytown is... Okay, Shantytown is the most broken area in the game. We're pretty much going to be skipping all ways of, like, doing anything in Shantytown.
The others are being held there too.
I'll catch up to you and we can go in together.
I like how half the chat is like, oh my ears, and half the chat's like, oh my ears. I don't understand.
This is the good stuff. If you show up to the ceremony.
Easy fight. I'm still trying to figure out how Laura's spine is intact, believe me, but I played this game for like 180 hours now, and I still haven't figured it out.
Oh, what the hell was that? Whoa!
So, For some reason, this section is the movement, like this section of movement, probably the hardest for me. I don't know why, I just struggle with it a lot, so I kind of be a little bit quieter than usual.
No way around it.
Hey, did you know bullets hurt? Yeah, okay, never mind, we're fine. Okay. Once again, those who don't like brutal death scenes, we're another brutal death scene area. So, yeah. Don't look if you don't want bad things. Yeah, people speedrun Hitman. Now we have another auto-scroller. And this time it's different though. There's trees. That's a tree. And once again, because the game does like to see Laura suffer, the like her falling is unskippable, but anything else completely skippable. But it's always like all of Laura's various situations. So now Laura's bleeding internally, so we can't roll.
Might be some supplies on board.
How am I so good at this one-handed speed? Let's see. Anyway, so first thing we're gonna do is called fire arrow skip. This skips fire arrows. I don't know why I keep introducing these skips, like... Anyway, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of hang out in this corner here. As soon as I... There we go. So what the game thinks now is that the game thinks that Laura is both on top of this pillar and below the pillar. Well, we can go over to that wooded area that allows us to climb up, and then the game combines both of Laura's positions, and now we skip the fire arrows. Believe it or not, that saves like minutes. Don't grab that. If Laura grabs anything right here, she T-poses and dies. So now this is the infamous Shantytown gate clip. This is probably one of the more famous glitches in this run, basically because it skips a really, really annoying fight. And we gotta do it since we skip the fire arrows anyway. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop over here, turn around, swap between pistol and here. That's one. My door clips are a little bit finicky today, but I mean, you live and you learn. There we go. Second tries the charm. So that skips about a 2.5 minute fight. And now we go on to the Shantytown out of bounds, which is the biggest skip in the game. I don't know why I just said argue. What we're about to do is we are about to skip 2 levels and save 25 minutes.
Oh my god. Grim.
So first thing we're going to do is we're going to aim over here and backward scramble. And now we're going to hop over here. We're going to get stuck in here, but getting stuck in here is actually important because that allows us to get out of bounds.
You escaped.
Get up here! We need to get the others!
Now we're gonna hop over here, hop up here. We're gonna melee to allow us to get extra distance. Hop over onto this cliff, hop up here, and then we're gonna do a skywalk up this mountain. And now we're over here, and for some reason all this is loaded, and we're gonna take advantage of that. But first we're just gonna Gonna go over here, and we're gonna backward scramble, and just kind of zoom up this wall. I went a little bit too far in the game, and decided it's like, oh, that's kind of bad. And we're just gonna aim over here, and we're just gonna hold backward. Wrong spot. Just gonna hold backwards. The game's gonna freak out. And I'm slightly in the wrong spot still. And then we're gonna hop over here, and there's a trigger for a much later level right here, and we just hit it, but we have to reload the checkpoint in order to get the rope to move on. So that, we just saved about 25 minutes or so, and we just skipped the geothermal caverns and the Solari fort. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do another dirty trick slide, except we're gonna go to a lot different proportions with this one.
We just got to the beach. Boat's in pretty bad shape.
Look, Vamp, I haven't figured out the new strat. And wow, okay. So this is a Dirty Tricks float. Unfortunately, I couldn't get off in time, so... So that's a Dirty Tricks float. It's because we're in that state of game being confused whether or not we should be moving or not. The game just kind of lets us go off and do a... If we had, like, a 40-minute phone call, we could, you know, just fly over everything. It might not be fast, but it would sure be... Now we gotta wait for this. You just kind of hop over... Wait. And we have some more dialogue and stuff.
Laura, are you there? Alex said that you're on your way down.
I should be there soon. I need to tell you something.
What's going on?
I don't think we can leave this island. Something is keeping us here. I have to go back to the monastery.
Are you sure?
Yes, Sam. I need you to keep this to yourself for now. I'm going to help Reyes fix that boat, but then I'm taking it inland.
Laura, I don't know about this.
Just trust me. It's the only way.
All right. You be careful.
For some reason, the pump strats are more, at least for me, the pump strats, like, have been more consistent than the other strats. So, I don't know, someone could, like, someone could teach me how to do the other strats, and they save time, and Laura almost fell off there, and that would have been awful. Then, you know, I would do them, but, this games community is pretty much dead. Like, I mean, Artistic shows up in my chat every now and again, and the runners show up, but nobody besides me have done a run in quite a while. So, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll over here. So now what we're gonna do is called airboat fight skip. This skips the airboat. I keep doing that. Anyway, so we're gonna hop over here, and if you couldn't tell, the game doesn't want us being here. Go. We gotta kind of fidget around and force our way through. This will place us on an invisible plane. We could hop over here and grab this, and this skips all the airboat fight. Yeah, the problem with this game's community is a runner named The Artistic Ballistic is, like, apparently a god. Set like a low 102 time, and then everyone was like, well, what am I gonna do with this? And then we all just kind of jumped ship. The Rise of the Tomb Raider came out, and the same thing kind of happened. Like, oh, this is a really cool game, you know, a lot of tech and stuff and all of that. And then Artistic shows up, sets like a low 112 or like a low 113. Then everyone's like, well, what are we gonna do with this? And then they all jump ship. To To be fair, at least the Tomb Raider community is bigger than the Saints Row Get Out of Hell community.
Something tells me the others found an easier way down.
So now what we're gonna do is called Lord Skywalker, and no, we don't fight the Sith. We're gonna do another Skywalk.
Now.
So the thing is that there's this research base up here. It's like, see that? We need to get up there. So here's how we're gonna get up there. So, yeah, no one's gonna beat Artistic if they... Anyway, so... I gotta be a little bit silent here. Skip is honestly a little bit finicky, and yeah, that's why. I said I gotta be quiet and proceed to talk. F up. Okay, so this time I'm gonna be silent. Alright. That's the skywalk portion. Now what we need to do is we need to hop over here, and we need to hit the loading trigger for this, because what this does is this skips like a 10-minute segment. It also skips the death of Alex, honestly my favorite character in the game. He's really cool. A really cool character. Fortunately, the game devs thought he needed to bite the dust. So, this skips all that. But unfortunately, we have to do stuff back on the ground. So we need to go in here, and we need to activate the fast travel in here, and then we need to go back to the beach. Since we're in the chamber, like the game thinks that, you know, we've progressed to the point where we've done past the beach, so we could do.
What was that?
I swear that arrow is on point. I never miss, ever. Anyways, so from here, we're gonna fast travel back to the beach. And we're going to just do the side quest here. As you can see, they're struggling turning on their engine. Because, you know, you don't get good engine repair out in scenic middle of nowhere.
I want to see if I can get this gun working.
All right.
I want to see if I could get this. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to this abandoned pirate ship, because pirates, and we are going to do a skywalk to skip a large portion. So we're gonna hop over here. By the way, I fall in the water, another brutal death scene, so let's hope I don't fall in the water. So we do another skywalk here, and we come around and up here, and now we shoot this. This is called teleport skip, because what this does is hitting that bait and tackle from across the way sends us over to where the bait and tackle fell, and this saves a good majority of time. Now we're gonna make our way back to the beach.
It's falling apart. Let's get out of here. Stay where you are. Get over here! God!
And now we're just going to do all the things. And since we reloaded a checkpoint, so actually, oh, wrong checkpoint. Wrong checkpoint. Video game. I hate video games. The checkpoint I was looking for was hitting the water. This checkpoint. This checkpoint takes us back to the campfire. And this saves a little bit of time. And since we finished this, for some reason the game is like, okay, get the best bow.
From this place, which means I'm really here.
Whoa, wait, whoa. That means I'm like, if 102 just passed, that means I'm not far behind my PB, which is really good, considering how this run has escalated. Now we're going to do the elevator puzzle skip. This is actually a pretty difficult puzzle that we just fall through the... Like, I actually struggled with that puzzle casually. Like, that's a hard puzzle. Fortunately, we see none of it. Speedrun. So now we got another fight skip we gotta do, which is, I'm just gonna go over here, backward scramble. Gonna hang out around here. I gotta make the game get its bearings back and place Laura up on here, because if I don't, the game will still be like, it'll freak out. There we go. Yeah, a lot of the backward scramble things are like, you gotta get Laura to reconnect with her position from where you started. And now we just hop our way back up, and we are on our way to the final dungeon. Which is actually pretty hype. Yeah, this run, like, gives me a heart attack with some of the things. Because there's a lot of stuff in this game that could go either really good or really wrong. And I'm just glad that this run has had pretty decent execution.
No.
It's not a lot of RNG in this run. Like, very, very, very minuscule RNG.
Damn it! No! I've got to get back there.
So now we gotta make our way back down to the boat, and then we go into the boat, and we watch, like, 2 minutes of unskippable cutscenes, which I am gonna use to make a bathroom break. Hey, that hasn't happened in quite a while. Okay, so we gotta skip another cutscene, and... Hey, if the mods aren't exactly sleeping, we've got...
Right.
Whenever you're ready to go, come aboard.
Yeah, we've got some stuff.
Lara, what do you expect to find in there?
There we go. Thank you, whoever did that.
But you should tell me anyway.
No problem, Tyr. Just you do you.
Dead body. Her rage is what's causing.
Okay, so we got this cut, and now I'm gonna go to the back.
All right. Let's go.
No. I'll need you and Reyes to guard the main entrance while I go in after Sam.
You're going in there alone?
More people means more danger of being spotted. I need you here taking out as many of those bastards as you can. It won't just be the Solari either. There'll be others. Samurai, the Queen's Storm Guard. Look, anything that's not me or Sam, shoot it.
My little bird. This isn't goodbye. I'm not gonna say goodbye.
We got your back, Laura.
Okay, so back from the bathroom. So this last area. This last area is full of really annoying samurai, and when I say really annoying, we'll figure out in a little bit. Oh boy, great. Okay. Yeah, Momo got shadow banned by accident. Like, he was really close to the spam bots. He got shadow banned. So, anyways, so we got this whole fight here. These guys are kind of annoying, and I hopefully killed all of them. Okay, good. Okay. Is everything crashing down? Are we all crashing down here? Is everything going to... Is everything falling apart? Everything's falling apart? Hello, is this live? This is live. Hello, are you real? Or am I just dreaming? He's saved. Alright, welcome back, Momo. So we got all the way over here. And now we just gotta hop backwards. Shoot on head or pre-recorded? Well, I mean, it would be like shoe on head, but okay. I got a cat here. You guys want to hear cat noise? Yes? Attempting to rub my leg for my affection. So one thing we gotta do is, like, all these guys are really annoying. So I gotta kill them because there's a door that's gonna show up and I can't open the door without it. No, you gotta kill those guys. Nice recording on the Is This Live? Yeah, shame on you guys. The recording got asked that. No. Cat on head. Okay.
No! Sam!
By the way, fun fact, that door just opened, you can't clip through it. If you clip through it, the game soft locks because that door is the load point for the rest of the game. That's exactly what a pre-recorded runner would say. Ha! So we got final fights here. Final fights are probably the worst part of the run. Enemies. So this is like a 2.5 to 3 minute fight segment, which is really annoying. Because like this is pretty much the only combat section in the run, and we have no upgrades and are literally made of glass and paper mache. So one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use all these explosive barrels to our advantage, because we could kick around these explosive barrels. So I'm gonna try to group all these samurai up. Explosive barrels to my advantage. And hello. And one thing I gotta do is I gotta collect, like, a lot of ammo. Because every shot counts here. If not, we're gonna have a slow fight if I can't, like, manage my ammo here. Example, run out of shotgun ammo right at, like, the one necessary moment where you need shotgun ammo. Yeah, look, shotgun ammo. And that's why I'm an idiot. I'm gonna waste no time here trying to avoid. Omo, I honestly, there's an explanation for it. I have forgotten. But, like, isn't this run is on normal? It's just, like, there's less room for mistakes. Like, there's no actual difference between the two runs. This run's just on normal just because it's, like, it's slightly a better run because, like, there's more tension and stuff. It's not, like, hard where everything actually takes more damage. Like, you take more damage. It's just on normal because it's different. It's slightly harder. No, believe me, dying here has happened before. Okay. Dying here has happened before. Many a time. There we go. How did you not die? I saw you go up in flames. How did you not die? New? Are you new? New people? By the way, this was like, welcome back to the use of the assault rifle. Whoa! Ah, okay. Yeah, this has pretty much been as slow as it possibly could. Ready to go about as well as it normally goes. So we died. A bunch of times. I died twice in my PB, so... You know, maybe the dream is alive, maybe it isn't. Okay, definitely dream not alive. Yeah, this run, like, once again, this part of the run is really difficult just because we're at a point where normally in this run we would have, like, collected a lot of different ammo upgrades and all that, and instead we have chosen to skip a majority of the game for speed reasons. So we are like paper thin and made of glass. And it's not even glass cannon good. Like, where, you know, we do a lot of damage. We just take a lot of damage. No, we just, like, don't do any damage. It's just about normal. Okay, so I got more people. Are there any more people? No? No? Oh, thank God. Okay, we're done. Easily my least favorite part of the run, and it's right at the very end. It's really annoying. Now we're gonna continue on our merry way. And we got a couple more skips we gotta do. But run's mostly winding down right about now. By the way, that was the leader of all the storm samurai. So now what we gotta do is, our last really our last big hurdle is this cage. Since we did Laura Skywalker, the trick to get us up to the research base early, don't have the tools necessary to finish this puzzle, so we gotta skip it. And one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use, like, hitboxes and stuff to get around doing this. So you might be thinking, well, how are we gonna do that? I'll show you. One thing we're going to do is we're going to head up here. You see those people hanging upside down by their feet? Yeah, they're going to become extremely important right about now. So we're going to... And we're going to head up here and then grab this. And aiming at that specific spot makes the game think that we have finished all this puzzle and we're all good. Everything, and it allows us to pass through it.
The Sun Queens.
By the way, BT, I know you're in here.
Sam, a vessel for the Queen's soul. I've got to stop this madness.
If it's not Blood Thunder himself doing that. It's somebody wanting to plug btspeedruns.com. There, I said it. And now we have the final area. Final area is pretty much, it's straightforward. To say the least, as in, it's nothing. So, it's just a lot more climbing, climbing. We're doing various explorer things. BT can't even Fallout 4. Hey man. Whoever's doing the Fallout 4 run at SGDQ will probably do a good job. Just a matter of how the reception is, which it's gonna be good since everyone likes Fallout. Oh, world record for this game is like 102. It's a mid 102 something. If somebody could do the leaderboard command, I saw that there was a leaderboard command. Somebody could do that, that'd be awesome. Also, what's up, Rye Dog? You. How's GTA 4 been treating you? So this is probably one of the stupider sections of the run. This bell is gonna fall, and it can do a bunch of different things. One thing I'm gonna try not to do is hopefully not die, but that is currently what Bell wants to do. Okay, never mind. Got it first try. Okay, good.
Lara,
There's a way to skip this, but it's very difficult.
everything we could to slow
World record holder. World record holder to all stunt jumps. Gotcha.
Because I'm not back.
We're not leaving without you. We'll be waiting.
I don't know. I can't really get myself to go around to be playing like GTAs just to do like all unique stunt jumps and stuff. Then again, I can't really get myself around playing anything. Like modern GTAs have really proven to me, and I want to play other GTAs, but I haven't really gotten around to it. So this is near the final stretch. We just got to go one more area. So we're gonna make our way over here and then hop down. We're gonna take a long way down. Keep in mind that Laura is very, 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 very does some very, very stupid stuff. Okay, so now we just... Only GTA worth running is Chinatown Wars. True, true. I'll get a sub 3-minute time and then be done. Be done. Never touching another GTA again. This climbing segment is actually the only segment in the game where it's not worth the pump climb, because as you can see, we got heavy wind blowing. Heavy wind makes Laura slide to the left. The left is not good. So we're gonna do some pump climbing, but not a lot. Like right here, since we're right by the wall cover, we can pump climb. Alright, now we got the final gauntlet. And this is a pretty difficult section. It's gonna last about 10 minutes, and it's a really difficult fight, so we're gonna try our best with what we are currently equipped with in order to do the final gauntlet, and we skipped it. So get ready on time, by the way. Time is coming up very soon. Time. By the way, I just wanted to show this off. Let's talk irony. Let's talk irony. And I feel really, really bad for doing this. But let's just enjoy this. Okay. This is not the cutscene. Okay. Raider. We hope you enjoy playing Tomb Raider. We have worked our hardest to bring you the best game we could possibly make. Thank you for taking the time to complete our game. "30 seconds behind PB. Wow. That's really solid. Alright, anyway, so next run we got is, I believe it's Jumping Flash 2 by Tony Ogba.